How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back to Windfall. We're going right into a pretty close fight, I would say. Currently up.
That's one way to put it. Yeah, sure.
Currently up is Gene. Dodger, Nova Wake, yes sir, and Sia are down. There are two ropers, which are like these stalagmite or stalactite camouflaged creatures with tentacles and a whole lot of chomp. And there's also this very disturbing, what we're calling a grinner. That
Let it be known
this breath attack that is just brutal. Go ahead.
Let it be known these are not usual ropers.
Oh no.
These are juiced, ketamine fueled, cocaine drugged ropers that have got way too many bites.
Interesting you should say that. Anyway,
is there actually ketamine in here? I didn't realize that was a plot point of Windfall, the ketamine.
Really?
The
I feel like drugs
There's a whole faction called the Huffers.
Yeah,
but that was
huffing?
I thought they were just like I thought those guys were getting like paint cans and shit.
Sure.
No.
Oh, get ready, buddy. We're getting down into the criminal underbelly now. People in wrong places. You are correct. Let me just remedy that real quick.
What's up?
Bop. There we go. Okay, so I'm Feffers. Thank you for being here. I am the humble dungeon master of the long shot table, and if you would like to get caught up, you can go to the YouTube Jake and Feffers, and you can join our community with the Discord, where you can also find visuals for the campaign. Let me give it over to Offbeat real quick.
What
Talk
up?
about yourself a little bit. Where your head's at. Would you like to open with one of your memories? We'll wait for the death save. Actually,
we having another near-death experience memory?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Montage.
The other bounty hunter is the soul standing right now. And then insert bag of bones.
My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under those exact same names. I posted a TikTok today, and it's not about D&D. It's about Jujutsu Kaisen, aka the best anime ever. So you should watch it. That's not even like my personal opinion. I just think Gojo's really cool, and I'm really sad. But that Yester Hawthorne is upset that he's dying so much.
Sure.
He doesn't like failure.
Valid.
He doesn't like dying. He's not used to failure. He's used to just getting away with shit. So he's upset. So he's gonna wear this thing's face like a mask once he's done. See ya.
Hi, LunaWolfSpirit. Find me on TikTok and Instagram. And Tika is also dying and not too happy about it. Gene.
Gene is currently close to death, but still standing, hobbling, something like that. So we'll see. Step one is to get everybody back up so that nobody dies. Also, I'm Jared. Hi. Jake.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Dodger, the fighter warlock. Also currently dying, and the last thing he saw was his spooter getting wrecked. So that was his like, no, I'm dead. Taco.
Hello. I leave these Baba Booies alone for one session. And they all died the femme toothless.
Not all.
We're trying to hatch. I don't know.
You're doing it poorly.
Well,
With
we didn't have your
boiling
guidance.
acid
We didn't have your
blood.
guidance.
I'm Taco. I play the skeleton. I'm about to be summoned as a Pokemon. And I'm gonna save the day.
Roll
But
initiative,
first-
Stonks.
But first,
Okay.
you said I'm coming out of my Pokeball with a long rest. Having long rested
Having long
since
rested,
the last time I
yes.
was here. Okay. Well, you know what that means, sport.
Ah,
Time for 3 new portents,
nice.
which means I need all the die that roll the shittiest.
Use all the ones below 10 on death saves. Kill us.
Yeah.
I thought it would be funny.
Last you checked in, last you were tuned in. You
Last
guys are
you
headed
were-
to go talk to the Baron about politics. As you are coming to your senses, in as a bag of bones. That is not what it appears to be like.
Looks like politics to me. Okay, portent rolls for the day, because these are going to be important. I want to announce them. First one is a 10. Second one is a 4. Never let me down. My old DM dice rolls so bad for me as a player. And a 2. Let's go, baby.
Ooh,
Let's
all
go.
below 10.
Oh, man. Okie doke.
Okay, now roll initiative for me.
Yeah. Okay, now I need a die that will do well by me, which is my little black and blue buddy.
Nice.
He's
I should
lied to
probably have
me.
some.
I've been betrayed on this day. 3.
3.
Have fun dying, guys.
No, that's actually good. You know why?
Oh, why?
Because the 2 ropers that we were going to start with tonight rolled a 2 on initiative.
You beat.
Wild.
And the dragon is already gone.
The dragon just went, which means we're at the 3 in initiative. I was gonna say something. I was like, oh, roll low. Maybe it'll be dope. But you went ahead and did it.
Are we? I get the lay of the land. Are we in a tube?
You're not in a tube. You're in an opening next to the tube. There's 2 waterfalls that go straight down through the ground into various worn tunnels. Natural cave formation. On the ceiling is Trogdor, and it's doing like this noise.
It's got that gawk gawk.
Doing this huge grin with the blood flowing down. There are
Are
multiple.
you playing
dead...
music to stream?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. Word. I was like, it's quiet,
there we go.
so I wanted to make sure that chat wasn't dying.
Amidst mostly dead ropers stands Gene with a very, very serious look on his face.
Okay,
Well,
is Gene in the larger
Gene wasn't in the
chamber or
roper
in the
cave.
tube?
No, I backed
Gene
you
was
up
outside.
into the-
Okay, so you do see 2 ropers as you get up, stonks, and you can see the creature. You can see other dead or unconscious players, your friends, about you, strewn.
Oh, we're playing Hunt.
You do hear Gene. Looking back, you can see him.
Okay. Are my friends in the large chamber?
Yes, sir,
I'm
and
in
I
the
believe
tube.
Dodger is.
Mm-hmm.
Sia, you don't see. What's your passive perception?
22.
Okay, you do see her way down on the other side of Gene at the hall from you.
Of the hall? Okay,
Yeah.
so Sia is behind me,
Way in the
deeper into the tube, away from the spooky cave.
Gene, you just recover from this acid blast. Your vision briefly dims a little bit from the amount of damage you just took, and you look up and you see Stonks getting out of the bag.
Putting like my socks on.
I might be a vengeance paladin, but thank the gods.
Oh, talk about doing a freeze.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, our savior.
Yeah.
Wake up!
collapses
Oh,
in the
there
bones
it is.
again.
Neat.
Wake the fuck up, samurai!
I'm going back to bones.
No.
Not again. I don't want to go back to sleep. Okay, so who is in big chamber? Do I need to remove people from big chamber?
Big chamber is Dodger and Yester.
I'm not in big chamber. I was outside.
How about that?
Okay.
I think we were all actually outside of the big chamber because
I don't think we even fought.
how else
I think
would-
this
how
was
else-
a dream sequence.
How else would the blood acid breath be able to down all of us?
It backed up. There was a swing on it. I'm pretty sure you engaged with Hammer.
I engaged with Hammer outside because it crawled out.
It never moved into the
Okay,
hallway.
then I've been turned around. Okay,
It's
I'm
okay.
in the big
and
chamber then.
Dodger, I'm pretty sure you got grabbed and pulled into the big chamber.
I was never grabbed by ropers during the fight.
Okay.
When it was on the ceiling, and it was so big that its head was down.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to move anywhere, and I just smacked it.
It did make its way into the big tube. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
That was
pretty
a
sure it did.
miscommunication on my part then, because I don't think I ever meant to move his head into the thing. I meant it was just down low enough to swing on.
Okay.
Because you said that he moved forward enough to move the silence to get Sia where she was in the back opening chamber.
Yeah.
So he moved forward.
Yeah, but that's still in the big opening.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still in the cavern.
Okay.
It's too big to fit into the tube.
Okay. We had another corner situation. Where's the
Look,
cube?
I'm just trying to figure out if I put a cork into
the
this
tube is
bottle,
different than the
if I
cavern.
am
Okay,
if
I
I
don't
am
know what's
killing my
happening.
friend, if I cut the tube off, if I remove the shaft from the balls, do my friends die or do I save them all?
We're still in the balls.
Yester,
we will still be in the balls.
Yeah, Yester and Dodger.
Yester is
apparently
P.
in the big open area.
Okay, shit.
Do you have scatter?
I do have scatter, but then we all just get blocked.
Then we get roped again.
Oh no. It's again.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. It's always a horrible sinking feeling. Hey, Dancing Rabbit, thanks for coming in. Everybody got their bingo charts ready?
There we go. Now I'm back.
Let's go. Another thing should be of note that the juiced ropers also took a fair amount of damage from the breath attack.
How far away is Yester from the tube?
Where are you?
The entry.
The entry, I want to say like 10 feet, not even.
Yeah, I was bare. I
Yeah.
would have been close to the
Not
door.
even?
Because, yeah, not even. Because the ropers are also just clustered around that entrance in a kind of...
Easy mode. I've solved your cave puzzle.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to explain how I'm imagining this works. And if at any point I am misunderstanding the dimensions and the spatial awareness,
Okay.
stop me before I spend the 7th level slot.
Okay.
Okay. I am imagining a world where the shaft that I am in is 10 feet wide, so 2 squares. Offbeat is within the opening of, he is 9 feet or closer to the opening
Sure.
into the cave. You're like 10 feet, not even.
And Dodger.
Okay. And Dodger. So I want to cast Force Cage. Opting for the solid side, so it's a 10-foot hollow cube. Right? So 10 feet on either side, and orient it so that way my homies are in the prison, and then the prison
Blocks the
Has
entrance.
a
blocks
back
the
door.
entrance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm putting them in a Pokeball, but the Pokeball is so big that the Pokeball is also the door.
I'm determining whether or not there's at least one roper within that area that would be included in your Pokeball. Because they haven't moved at all. Pulled them
How big's
up,
a
so
roper?
no, it wouldn't work because they pulled them up and then the barrier would be. Well, okay, right out the gate, there goes that.
There goes that spell slot.
Yay,
yeah, so what's the
caster
cast
again.
look like? Paint me a picture.
Okay. Whose bag was I in?
My bag.
What goodies? What junk? You know, like you get to like the bottom of someone's purse and it's like a couple receipts and like a 8-year-old stick of chapstick.
A couple stinky things in there, you know.
Yeah. What's the dregs of Yester's backpack?
So as your face is in the bottom of the backpack and reorienting, you see that there is some resin for my violin bow, several toothpicks that I flick out at various times. I reach back and put them in my mouth so I can to make a point. There is some very, very old jerky, crumbs of rations,
Okay.
a single rope, hempen rope,
Hempen in nature.
hempen in nature. Let's go to the tinderbox, a torch, a water skin, a mess kit, a bedroll. You
Shoe
also
wax, something to buffer those high heels.
exactly. Well, it's some sword and armor oil because you gotta they're plated,
Nice.
so you don't want those to not be lubricated.
Okay. I've got it.
Mhm. I was gonna keep
Stonks
listing things.
does not-
Could you stop me?
when Stonks comes in general. When Stonks leaves the bag, it's not like he snaps and then suddenly there's a full body Stonks. Stonks has to like come out of the bag and like assemble. So this time Stonks comes out, it's like both of his hands are like little crab feet and his head on top of it that like scuttle him out while he like drags out the rest of his bones and then he like plays Legos with himself. But this time he comes out and he sees the predicament that we're in. And he remains in head spider. And I grab like a femur, 2 shin bones, like my forearms, and I like grab the shoe wax and I put it on the end of the bones and I form a cube out of my own bones and then like throw a ruby in the center. And then I like leap up and detach my hands and land with my noggin on top of the cube. And then the box gets made.
This vaguely transparent, opaque shimmer appears as the walls come up. Gene, immediately the sounds of the waterfall are cut. What do you guys do? That's your action.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take like 3 good breaths and then just take a knee for a sec.
Okay.
Let
All
me
right.
see how long we have. We have an hour.
Okay. You came in here chasing down an individual named Fixer. What you learned about Fixer from the monks that you dispatched is that he was able to become a swarm of crabs.
It's my kind of guy.
That's what we said.
And he was much more powerful than anyone had given him credit for, which is why only one monk was still alive.
Yeah, the ROI on those monks was pretty low. That return on investment. We hired them for one job. We're like, they're highly trained. Gets fucking shot. It's like, okay, we might as well just send 7 kids. They also would have died in one mission.
Got him there.
I am going to make fun of the path when we find them. I hope.
Oh, that's fine.
This is me showing my hand. I am making fun of the old man.
The Grinner. Well, let's say in turn order here. The 2 ropers spend their actions bashing against the invisible wall.
I guess I didn't realize we were still in turn order. I would have just passed.
I mean, you can breathe for 5 seconds or 3.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
you'll be okay. It's I was allowing you to kind of have a in-character reaction.
Okay.
You're not up
Cool.
yet.
That's
in
what I thought it
turn
was.
order. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. All right, continue.
Okay. See ya. give me a death saving throw and a fond memory that you have. Okay, that's a save.
Right.
The Spooter is next, Jake. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, like, all right.
We can if you want. I just didn't want to spring it on you.
Sia's memory is from when she was quite young, and like it's mostly like a smell scent memory. Like she can remember the smell of like her mother's bakery, like the sugar and the yeast, and just like the warmth of like being back where she bakes all the baked goods and stuff. And she's standing on a chair to reach the counter right by her mom, and her mom's teaching her how to knead dough so she can make bread. And there's flour all over her.
And how old are you at this point?
7 or 8.
Okay. Spooter.
Its memory banks flicker with the first time that it eavesdropped on a conversation of Jeremy and his goons.
Okay. Excellent. And Dodger.
Dodger has a memory of him playing with his siblings when they're really young. Kind of before the sense of inferiority set in with him not being able to do magic. Just like happy, normal kid vibes. And then it all goes dark. And the light shines behind him. And he turns, and there's a pedestal. And as he steps closer, there's a book on it. His book. And it opens and begins flipping through pages, and then it stops, and writing begins going across the page. It says, Princeton, Rigby, Ichabod Charles, Kingsley IV. It is time.
Excellent. And what'd you get on your death save?
A 12.
Okay, that's a success. Gene. You catch your breath. You look about yourself. What do you do?
Are we still doing the modified potion rules with like bonus action is short rest and then takes the full action to get the long? Or is that
correct.
separate from the long rest potion?
I think they were the same potion.
It's the same potion. If you swig it in a bonus action, you get a short rest. If you take your full action to drink it, it's a
It's a long.
Does it consume the whole potion to do the short rest?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess who's closest?
Closest to you.
Who wants the Kool-Aid first?
Closest to you. How far did you move back down the hallway?
Remember,
Close enough.
I think it was 30 feet
Okay. Then you can take your pick between.
from wherever I was inside the room.
You can take your pick.
Okay.
I mean, if you're wanting to do bonus action and then action, you can always do a bonus action with Dodger because he doesn't he gets all of his stuff back on a short rest anyway.
Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't really thinking in that direction. I assumed using the potion on someone else would be the full action, regardless.
Up to you, Feff.
I would say you can quickly administer a short rest or take your full action to administer a long rest.
Okay.
Well, you can get Dodger up with a short rest and then me up with a long rest because we're right beside each other then.
Yeah.
That was my idea. I guess the only question mark is locating the potions.
I think we all said we wore them pretty visibly.
Everyone has
For this exact
one,
scenario.
and Dodger, I believe, had 2.
There are 7 total, so everyone has 1 and I have the rest.
Right.
So
Okay.
I have 3.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll move up to where those 2 are into the cage, I guess.
Okay.
And, yeah.
You approach and you see the 2 ropers staring at you with their one sideways eye as you kneel down over Dodger and administer your pot, his pot, whichever, for you just quickly go about it, already looking to the side over to Dodger as you reach for the other pot. Moving quickly over to Yester, you take a bit more of a measured, steadier, prolonged moment as you administer the 2 long rest pots. Yester, before your eyes open
Move
up,
the 30 feet back into the hole.
okay.
Head towards Sia.
Yes, so your eyes open up. What was the memory that you were having?
He thinks back to one of the nights when he was performing in the brothel when he was but a kidlywink, as sort of the bodyguard / entertainment. Thinks back to one night where there was a particularly rowdy patron who he cast slow upon to make and everybody danced around and made fun of him for the minute. And it was just an overall good night for him. He made a lot of cash and tips. Everyone was like, "Oh, we love this kid. You should come play at our place sometime." Just like a good vibes night for him. And then it finishes with him and his mom just having dinner quietly. And as he takes a sip of his sody pop, he's back.
The taste is still there on your tongue as your eyes flick open, and the pain sets in and then goes away. Dodger, what's a continuum of that dream you were having, or memory you were having there?
So it is just Dodger continuing standing at this podium, this pedestal, and the book is writing things like, "I've helped you be great, but I can help you achieve even more. You've lied to yourself for far too long."
Okay.
As he flips through some of the pages, he starts seeing, for the first time, spells, actual magical spells. And then the writing returns. "You can have all this and more. Just bloody read me." And then the Dodger's eyes snap open.
Okay. Gene, you dart backwards 30 feet successfully, looking about as the 2 of them wake up.
It's probably not a dart. It's a hobble.
It's a hobble?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stretch. I see you, Shane.
I'm not unconscious, but I'm not in great shape. I've taken like 200 damage today.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
So how's Gene doing, like headspace-wise?
Gene is
there
ouchy.
isn't a lot of headspace left. He's on autopilot.
Okay. Yester, it is your turn.
Okay, I just remembered that you do health rules differently, so I didn't apply that to the new sheet, so I'm just doing that right now.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. Yester will get up from the ground. And he'll see he's in a force cage, and he'll see Stonks. And I'll go,
I wave.
"God damn it, man, did you have to wake up this late? We need to work on that sleep schedule, man."
I had things. I needed to return some videotapes.
You were in the bag, Stonks.
You had errands to run.
Why are you holding my shoe polish?
Look, I'm a noggin on top of my own bones to make the box that you're living in.
I'm aware of the predicament, Stonks.
Let's start over. You just woke up. Okay. Thank you. Start with that one.
Thank you, Stonks.
Oh my God, yes, sir. It is my pleasure to save your ass once again because I take one nap and everything goes to shit and you get fucking got by ropers. How the mighty have fallen.
Did you answer the question about the shoe polish now?
And I'm using it as glue to hold my bones together in the cube.
Is it just like black soot just on the ends of your bones?
Yeah. Yeah. He hates
All
it.
right. All right, then. I guess that's as logical as whatever I could have asked. All right. Is it Dodger? How you looking? Is Sia okay?
You guys can see boots of Sia's prone form.
Oh fuck! She does not look good. Hang in there, buddy.
All
See
right.
if you can hear me. Don't move. We'll come to you.
Gene, how's Gene looking? Gene.
Notes the
Gene?
blood trail.
Gene is like,
Oh fuck! I'm going to. How far away is Gene? Gene's like 30 feet away from me, I guess. We're gonna walk over to Gene, and I'm going to on my turn. I'm gonna. I'm like full or short. Gene,
It doesn't honestly, I might just
long
save
it
for
is.
later.
Drink up, buddy. I'm just gonna tilt your head back. Just like, alrighty. Good man. Swat
How did you get to Gene?
walking.
Can we not move to Gene? I thought we
We're
You
could.
are
in the force
inside
cage.
a force cage.
How did Gene
Oh.
get to us?
How did Gene get to you?
Wait, isn't it like can't you reach through the bars kind of a situation? Isn't
No,
it?
So you put a bubble up to block the enemies from the party, but did you also put a bubble over the entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we're still down then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I made a cube around Offbeat and Dodger.
Then we
That-
still in a pickle.
Yeah, so the front three walls, or well, 1, 2, 3, 4, protect them from the other guys. And I didn't make it the bars because I knew Feff would be like, well, technically, if I do my breath attack through these half-inch metal bars that are an half-inch apart, it's
Valid.
gonna get you.
It's valid.
So I said, solid walls, please.
Can you
So yeah,
teleport into a
you are
force
basically
cage?
in a room. You can I get into it? Let me look. I know getting out of it is a charisma saving throw, and I am not that.
You have the ability to not block Gene from to not block that out though, correct?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know Wall of Force, which I can arrange the 10-foot walls however I want. This is set into either a
Okay.
10-foot on one side cube or a 20-foot on one side cube made of bars.
Okay.
So
That means we not out of the thick of it yet.
we're not.
I guess we should go back to Gene's turn then.
Yes. Going back to Gene's turn.
Does
Dodger is down. Yester is down.
Do you have any sort of teleportation, like Misty Step? Because I don't think Force Cage blocks that. As I'm looking through it.
I think if you teleport, you just need a charisma save or something like that to teleport in or out, or maybe it's just out of it.
I think leaving is the only charisma save.
Oh,
I think in is
Any matter, a prison in the shape of a box can be up to 10 feet on a side, creating a solid barrier that prevents any matter from passing through it and blocking spells cast into it or out from the area.
Oh.
When you cast the spell, any creature that is completely inside the cage's area is trapped. Creatures only partially within the area or those too large to fit inside the area are pushed away from the center of the area until they are completely outside of the area. A creature inside the cage cannot leave it by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to leave the cage, it must first make a charisma saving throw. On a success, the creature can use that magic to exit the cage. On a failure, that creature can't exit the cage and wastes the use of the spell or effect. The cage also extends into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel. This spell cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Excellent. So, Jean.
Is it transparent?
Yes.
Yes. There's also Sia behind you.
Yeah. So if I look up and see that they're totally closed off, then I'm just gonna go to Sia instead.
Okay. You see that they're closed off. You backpedal over to Sia, administering a long rest.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Sia. Tell me a bad memory, which ends with you waking up.
So Sia's good memory kind of fades, and instead of the warmth from the bakery, it gets like it's cold and very tense. She's curled up in her bed that same night or a couple of nights later. It's hours past her bedtime. She's woken up in the middle of the night, and you can hear the sound of whistling wind. Her window in her room's open, and when she fell asleep, it was calm outside, but the moon and stars have since been covered with storm clouds. Thunder rumbles in the distance, and Sia watches a lightning flash outside, and she starts counting right after the sound of, and the next crack of thunder comes a lot quicker than it should have with how the last space between, so it's moved a lot closer. So she gets up, she kind of huddles her blanket around her to go close her window, and she's almost there when the rain starts falling down, and you can hear the ting, ting, ting of the rain on the roof. And she smiles at the sound, but when she gets to the window, something feels wrong. And she goes to close it, something thuds on the roof, and then suddenly there's a figure of a man in the window in front of her. And she only has time to scream before he's in the room, grabs her and pulls her out the window, and the memory fades with the sight of red hair almost identical to her own peeking out from the man's hood.
Okay.
She wakes up.
Another flash of lightning, and eyes open. Jean is looking down. Jean looks rough.
What happened?
We got got. You good? You feeling all right? 2 are still down. So.
I think. Yes. Yes, I'm okay. All right. Where are they?
Behind in the box. It's not over yet.
All right.
Okay. So that was Jean. Yester, death save. Tell me a bad memory.
Hiya! It's a fail.
Okay.
Bad memory. One night, when he was about 18-ish, things were getting pretty bad in the bar section of the brothel that he was at. And he went to go and like disrupt the fight and like talk things out. And he got knocked in the jaw as someone whirled around and just slogged whoever was closest, and he was out. That night, they got robbed, shit got broken, and he woke up and he was unable to defend his home. A lot of people were injured, and he feels pretty bad. He felt like he blamed himself. He's like, I should have shot first.
Make a
What
history
Dad would've
check
done.
for me. Yes, sir. Should have shot first. That's what Dad would have done. Damn.
15.
Is your dad Han Solo?
I was gonna say this just in. His dad is Han Solo.
The 15 on the history check.
Who shot first?
Looking at the face of the people who came back to rob y'all, and it went real south real fast. You remember now the same face that you saw that night you've seen within the past 2-3 weeks. You have that certainty, but you don't know where off the top.
Oh, that's gonna haunt him.
All right, Trogdor. Champs his very flat teeth. And then you watch as he puts one of his disturbingly human hands into the waterfall. And it becomes Crab's, the arm. And then he tucks the now closed stump, hugs it close to the chest, and leans in with another vicious smile. You can see all these little crab legs and stuff like that where the meat and bone should be.
Is this our guy, guys? Did you guys fuck up?
Maybe. I didn't know he had such a good dentist.
Part of the hive.
The ropers continue to thrash, enraged that they cannot eat that which is in bubble inside the force cage. Sia, you're up.
Oh shoot. Alright.
You can hold an action as well, and wait for things to develop within the force cage, which I think needs to happen. I'm not sure what many options you have, aside from maybe going to get help, working with Jean to some end to progress the fight in some way that I'm not immediately thinking of. Up next is Bad Memory for Spooter.
You can teleport. Could she teleport into the force cage?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm. I think.
I mean, I do have Misty Step, but so.
Yeah, I have Misty Step as well.
Well, wasn't it that it prevents any spell from like entering? It was just you can leave with teleportation. You can't enter with teleportation.
Oh, true. It doesn't
Kinda what I thought.
specify
It just says that it prevents any.
spell from being cast into or out from the area.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
Yeah.
No dice.
Which creature tries to use teleport?
Right, but then how is it teleporting out?
Yeah, it says you can't leave, you can't cast a spell into or out from it, but you can for some reason. It does make this weird specification of teleportation. This is goofily written.
We had a similar situation in Terraform last season.
What's the
What if-
ruling, DM?
What's the what?
I was gonna say, what if we have to pass a charisma save to TP in?
You don't have to. Is how the mechanics work as far as I'm aware of.
Teleporting in is free,
Teleporting out
until-
is the charisma save.
How do you? I'm just wondering, how do you get around this? Like, you can't cast a spell into it.
Into or out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna say like unless teleportation is the caveat for getting into it?
Yes, because that's how we ruled it in Terraform.
Okay.
Right.
Just to keep the consistency going and to move forward.
Like,
What's keeping you from just... No, okay, never mind. That's a dumb question.
Dropping it, dying.
No, I was gonna say just walking into it, but then I was like, that's not how that works. I got too hung up on the spells. All right, see, what's the move?
Open sesame.
So I can't teleport in?
You
or-
you can teleport in, but you will then be in, and we'll need a charisma saving throw if you want to teleport out.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I don't know. I should be, but yeah, I'm gonna teleport in.
Okay. Cackling of lightning just in front of Eugenia's. In she goes.
And Yester and Dodger are relatively close together.
Yes, and you can see Stonks. Who is
Waves.
Bone Cube and Head on Hands.
Okay. Sia is... She still has hers, or did Jean use his long rest?
I assume, Jean, you used the one on hand, or you used hers?
I used hers.
Okay. Then you're in, and you know that Yester and Dodger both have pots on them. Stonks does as well. Dodger has a couple.
Alright. She's gonna go to Dodger and try to find one of his.
Okay.
Wake him up.
This is your comrade. You know what their bag looks like to a certain degree because you've been camping along together for a long time now. You find the pots safely tucked and I feel like Dodger would be very tidy with how he like packs his bag, you know what I mean? And they're like in the maximum protective from breaking, whatever situation that looks like. You grab one of the pots. What do you do? Are you reviving? It was a bonus action to teleport, right? Okay, so you can use your full action on Dodger or Yester to give them a long rest.
I'm gonna use a full action on Dodger, and can I action surge to get Yester?
Nice. Yes. You
Combat medic.
incredibly
Oh.
fast. So, Jean, you watch the lightning, and in the span of 6 seconds, 2 pots are administered.
Dodger and I just wake up with
Laying
bottles
around.
in our mouth, just like.
Goo goo gaga.
Okay. We need a bad memory for the spooter.
Bad memory for the spooter was the mill blowing up and watching Dodger go down the first time.
Good. Dodger, as you wake up, this is what I had planned for third death save, so we're just going to do it now for the sake of exploring it.
We'll just assume that the other thing also happened.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's all part of the learning curve.
It's all memories anyway. Give me...
Well, this wasn't actually memory. It was a vision from the book.
Noted. Dope. Give me... Spooter's dad left for Spooter Book and never came back.
Dodger is Spooter's dad, and he would never leave him ever. Thank you very much.
Give me a memory that from your past that now is altered in some way. Give me the memory and then specify what you are now altering in your character's memory from here on out. It can be as minute or large scale as you would like.
A bad memory. You can remember, what was it? Just
Any memory
of
that you now
Remember
fundamentally
different.
change something in it.
like
Your memory
consciously change, or
no,
a realization
that your memory
it
is
is
now altered in some way due to the near-death experience. And it can be as minute or as grandiose.
Like your
as you
mom
like.
used to always wear like this one purple hat to church on Sundays, but now when you wake up you remember, oh wait, yeah, that's right. It wasn't actually purple. It was blue the whole time.
And then you did a
or-
realization.
And if you want to, you can do something on a larger scale that changes how your character thinks, but you don't have to. Throwing that mechanic into the mix.
He remembers a time, just a super mundane afternoon growing up, and he overheard his parents talking in the other room. about the kids and the magic. And what he had always perceived in that time was that he was like, oh, we love Dodger, Princeton. He's great, but he's not as good as all these other children because he can't do magic like our entire family has for generations. And in this memory, he kind of hears for the first time that that wasn't the tone that was being used. It wasn't actually the message that they were what they were really talking about. And makes him think for the first time, like, maybe they do take me seriously. Maybe I'm not as much of a failure as I think I am.
Okay, excellent. Gene. Oh, I'm sorry. Dodger. You wake.
Did I die again?
Got close to it.
Why do I feel so good?
You almost hatched. You were so close.
You know, honestly, I'm not sure if I'm bummed about that or not. Do I have any... Is it like actually my turn? Do I actually have such a
turn. We got action, bonus action, movement speed.
Oh. All right, well, I've had a revelation. This may come as a shock to some of you, but this here book is magic. He opens it and he turns and he flips through some pages.
Yester is just giving him like the most like. Yes.
Stonks disassembles in shock.
What? I thought it just did that.
Okay, now teleportation is allowed outside of the thing.
You need to make a charisma saving throw, but yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but like he's like the warlock or whatever.
You have my aura buff of +5.
And my axe.
I was just thinking that.
Dodger will look around and he will collect gingerly Spooder corpse. He will tuck it away in his bag.
The spider is just this gnarled,
just
smoking
limp,
mess.
Twisted, broken limbs.
Oh boy.
Corroded from the acid blood. Tucks it away to repair later. Flips through the book. And he holds out his hand. And for the first time casts magic. And casts Arcane Gate. So a blue and a orange portals will appear.
All right, I think that will take us out of combat. Because the party can now, who is fully up, get through them portals.
Did we forego the charisma?
So what is that charisma?
Sorry.
Not to
My
be
bad,
like,
my bad. We
not
still
yet,
need our charisma
but-
saves. Well, how long does the force cage stay up, Stonks?
An hour.
An hour.
Yeah, we're good. We'll eventually make the... Does it do damage if you fail?
No, it just
it's
negates
not
the
allowed.
cast.
The party eventually gets through.
That'll still cost us.
I mean,
well,
It does
It's-
burn the slot, yeah.
It's 16 plus 5 plus... Okay, so 26. My charisma save.
Okay.
I think that beats
That saves.
Stonks' DC.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Indeed it does.
Okay. On
You
the
are
other
free.
side are the ropers and the ugly smiley man still there.
Yes. The ropers look like they're running out of steam.
Mhm.
And looking closer at them,
They're at the end of their
they
rope.
are in fact altered in some way. You can see that they you ever see like a really swole cat or a dog
Mm-hmm.
that had to be put on like steroids or something like that to save it from some medical condition or something like that. These have been drugged and tampered with as well.
How does the roper have abs?
Yeah, they don't have the biology for abdominal muscles. They're like a... That is a very peculiar looking creature.
It's just like Trogdor. We just didn't notice before. It's just got human arms that are really stocky. Like,
those are biceps on the tentacle. Should we look? Is the smiley blood thing is still there, right? Well, Stonks,
Huh?
you want to kill this thing?
Which
The smiley fucker.
he turned into a crab. Is he not
His
your
arm
guy?
rolled.
Only his arm did. He did that for funnies. He was just showing off his crab abilities.
Oh, like funny haha?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't understand it. I'm not him.
I guess we're not that funny.
I guess not really. It wasn't very. We don't have the sense of.
Are you
humor,
okay?
know?
Yes, sir. What?
So
God?
sleepy.
This is a sleepy little guy.
well, I
Right.
assume with the way that it did its crab arm thing, it's probably part of a hole as opposed to a hole itself. So killing it is probably just, scooping a bucket of water out of the river.
Yep. I agree.
I don't know. That's honestly even worth. This whole thing has been a disaster. I say we just go home.
I just got here. What are you?
Everyone is juice now, for the most part.
I say, Stonks drops this false cage. We run in, beat the devil out of there smiley bastard, and see why those ropers are juiced on something. I think this is a lead. And then we go and chew out the path for giving us school children for monks rather than the trained fighters that they promised us.
I honestly don't know how high a horse is. We kind of also didn't do great.
We're fine. I'm alive. You're alive. They're dead. They should have been prepared. We were promised trained fighters. And then they died in a day. You know what else would have died in a day? Random people that we picked up from the street and gave a gold. They cost us a lot of money.
I mean, we all did die just now.
Yeah.
But we got better.
Almost. Yeah, I mean,
We could have been fine. I still have my
Wait.
full. We had resources which we used and survived. They should have had resources to use in case of death. They just ran in here butt naked. I didn't realize we were running some sort of stripper studio.
You
Have
lost me.
some equipment. Have potions.
I
Purchase
cannot
goods
follow
and services. Engage in capitalism. We live in a
Math
capitalist society. For God's
on that.
sakes, may as well benefit from it.
We do live in a society.
We do.
All right, so all that aside, what are we going to do about him?
I say Stonks drops the cage and we just jump him.
All right. What's
I
our
mean,
plan?
I do have a better grasp on my entire kit now.
Yes, you do, Dodger,
Yeah.
don't you?
Fun fact, I also forgot that I had the gloves that let me cast my Eldritch Blast as a bonus action. Totally forgot that those existed.
Brother,
just-
Oh,
why
that would
you-
have helped so much.
Yeah, so just completely forgetting how to play the game in my class.
Yeah,
It's
just-
fine.
I could have doubled my damage output. No big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm just gonna go kill myself. It's fine.
Yeah, I
You can't say TOS.
Jeez.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
In
no
Minecraft,
lie.
in Minecraft, in Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Well, how about
Dodger,
how beat up does Crab Bastard look? Is he like okay?
He is bloodied.
bloodied? He's bloodied. I said we just run in there and jump him. We can set
I
up
mean,
maybe
I'm
for a
down.
round. Get your. I don't know. Do you cast spell? Are you still gonna use the canisters, or are you gonna cast Spirit Shroud like an adult? What's gonna happen, Dodger?
I mean, I already got them, so I may as well use them while when they run out, maybe I'll.
I'm
Aesthetic
still
is
reeling.
aesthetic.
I'm
He
still
just has
reeling
more
from the fact
options.
that you didn't know your book was magic. That thing gave me an aneurysm, like magically, when I looked at it.
I thought it did it like scientifically.
A scientific aneurysm?
What other kind is there?
Magical kinds, like I received.
Honestly, I just thought it was because like you looked at it and you weren't smart enough. It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I just thought you were stupid.
I guess. Oh well, let's do it. I guess. Anyone want to cast anything?
Gene will pull out his potion that he hasn't used yet and uncork it loudly and then just gulp it.
You were just given a rest by Sia. No, oh no, okay, yeah,
No,
Offbeat. Yeah, okay.
That
okay,
was
okay,
in
okay.
the potential future that
Yeah,
we
that was
rewound.
that was the
and did
alternate
it again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we jumped timelines for a little.
Well, I say we take one round to do setup and then we move in. That fair?
I mean,
Fair.
I'm down.
let's see what
Plan?
do I got here.
Tribe.
Tried. We have 2 melee fighters, so it's me and Gene. So Crusader's Mantle might not be a great idea. Oh wait, are there any skeletons I can animate in here?
Me.
I mean, it's ropers.
Corpses?
Ropers have corpses.
Yeah, they're corpses.
Sure,
They're
not
technically
humanoid.
corpses.
They're not
Does
humanoid.
it specify humanoid?
I don't know.
There's
Specify
A
a
pile of
medium.
bones of a medium or small humanoid. Damn it.
darn.
What were these
Oh,
things
man.
eating? Are there any humans in here? Is there any humans stumble in here?
No.
Where are all the monk bodies? Where?
Back
Oh,
by
he went-
the rock and stone.
Dang
Oh, yeah,
it.
they took them back.
They didn't even make it to the cave.
No,
No,
Is that
they
what
did
you're
the
telling
one
me?
dude.
Oh,
They
you know
went
what?
to a bar and then a bunch of crabs mugged them. They got mugged.
All the arguments are now valid. I assumed that they had fought here and got.
No,
No,
Like,
they
yeah,
got- They got at the bar. Like a bunch of crabs showed up and
jumped,
pinched them.
They jumped Fixer from what was recalled, and
They
Fixer
jumped him.
folded them.
Yeah.
And then
Their
had to-
whole job was to follow Fixer.
Their job was to bring Fixer to you guys.
No, they were
No.
supposed to gather information.
Oh, well, they jumped him.
They
Oh, that's-
misunderstood.
Yeah, so that's why we're gonna go to the path and be like, listen here, I don't know what kind of show you're running, but you promised trained lackeys. No wonder you didn't find shit. I could have gotten this information from like 7 children with lollipops. Been like, hey, go punch that guy, and if he kills you, I won't do that. You know, like, come on, you little baby monks. Oh
keep
yeah,
talking.
so
Street
You
urchins
need to
have
go
more
do
street
it.
smarts.
Keep it all bottled up if you have to, but go do it. God, so I don't have to do 2 rounds of you yapping at me.
No, 2 rounds of yapping is mandatory. I'm mad at the path. We got scammed. I want a receipt. I want to
What a receipt.
return. Yeah, where's our receipt?
Claimed it on our taxes.
Yeah, I guess if we're doing a prep round, then I'll cast Spirit Shroud.
Yeah, same.
I'll cast slow on the ropers and ugly smiley boy again.
You're still in. You can't cast out of. It's not down yet.
Okay.
What spell?
The
I was gonna
force
say-
gauge.
I mean, it's transparent, so if it's like an area you can see, then there's nothing.
We did a whole thing about you can't.
He's not
cast
trying to
spells.
cast into the Force
Not
Cage.
trying to
He's
cast
casting
through
past it.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like through the space.
I
Do I need
feel
to
like
drop
it'd be
concentration? Are we good?
Not
It would
yet,
depend on the spell, right? So like Fireball wouldn't be able to go through it.
Okay, yeah.
but slow could because I just put a cube somewhere in space that I can see.
That gets technical. We'd have to. I don't know. I mean, I could see ruling either. Like it.
Yeah.
It's dicey.
Let's pop the slow.
Okay. I need saving throws, please. Wisdom.
Okay, so homie has been very patiently kind of watching what you guys do ever since the bubble came up. The 2 ropers are a bit less aware of their surroundings to a certain degree. We got rolls from the ropers. What kind of save?
Wisdom.
Okay. Wow. They are wise though. That's 13 and 13, so 16 and 16.
They are ambush predators. They must be perceptive.
They have been slowed.
Okay. The
Miley boy.
Chomper over here is going to use. Well, he rolled a 12 plus, making a 15 and fails. And so he's going to use his first legendary resistance.
Okay, all right. And who's first in the turn order between all of us?
Sia.
Yeah, okay. When Sia's ready to go, Stonks, drop that force cage.
Okay.
Assuming the ropers do
Yep.
their thing.
And
Do roper things.
before it drops, a do.
Okay, with who?
Stonks.
All right. Sia, on your mark.
We all good?
Yep. Let's get their asses.
Stonks, you
I
can
hope
drop
so.
that cage.
I drop the cage.
The sound of the waterfalls rushes back into your ears. Luna, you have your action, your bonus action, and your movement speed. You are about 5 feet from 2 ropers, and there is a Trogdor-like dragon on the ceiling, its head about 15 feet from you.
I'ma smack the dragon
Smacked it. Oh, no,
with
no.
7th level lightning bolt,
Okay.
channel divinity.
Maximum damage.
Get him!
It's a spell
I
attack.
need a con
correct?
save.
Con save.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
Oh, he fails that. That's easy math. 66 lightning damage.
Fuck, okay. Lord. The lightning, just as the bubble is crackling away, the lightning comes flying out from Sia, and you watch as the grinner goes kaleidoscopic, and in reaction to the pain of this lightning bolt.
It's a girl dragon.
Bonus action. Sia.
She's gonna just no bonus action, but just move back.
Okay. Dodger with Gian on deck.
We are going to Hexblade's Curse, this bad boy.
Okay.
I will get within 10 feet, so Spirit Shroud will be activated,
Okay.
and I will attack.
Get him.
27, 30, and 29 to hit.
All hit. Meme dropped. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. How's everyone's bingo boards looking?
Anyone get a bingo yet?
No.
65 damage,
65 damage.
force damage.
All right, Gene.
I am
With
going to do a
Yester.
very similar thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in there into melee range, as close to melee range as I can be with that dragon. And I'm gonna shoot it
Okay.
twice, if potentially. Not with the first shot, because that's a freaking 1. Second shot is a 17, though. So that's gonna be a grand total of 29 to hit.
Oh, your gun should have jammed so many times throughout this campaign.
Yes,
that.
the last session in general, I think I've rolled like 3 ones.
But
It's
you've got the
stupid.
gun that, quote, don't break. 17
good
becomes a...
29.
That hits.
Who hit? Alright. I'm gonna be doing a smite. Because we're full. I should have gotten these D8 out a second ago.
You're good.
Where is my other D8, by the way? There it is. Okay. Start with the shroud damage. Lock-on damage. Oh, this is gonna be painful.
Didn't mean too much to bingo. That's fair.
36 damage.
Alrighty.
That was a lot of dice, but not a ton of damage. Friggin'. I'm gonna Hexblade's Curse.
Hexblade's
as well.
Curse. Okay.
Oh, I'm lying. 36 is not enough. It's 41.
Heard.
Because stats.
Okay.
Not just rolled dice. I don't know how to play this game.
The dragon gets its reaction back.
There it is. Perfect.
It's going to activate Frightful Presence. I need a DC 19 Wisdom save.
Everybody?
Oh yeah. Everybody within 120 feet.
Everybody close to me gets +5.
Same. Ditto.
How close is that
Ditto.
range?
10 feet.
You're in range.
That is a 26 from Yester.
What type of save?
Wisdom.
Ooh,
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's a 15 for me.
You are feared.
Does the
Well,
Aura of Protection
what-
stack?
What level of Paladin are you, Gene?
11.
You have Aura of Courage and cannot be frightened.
Well,
You get that at level 10.
look at that.
Oh, that happened last
I
episode
say-
too.
Yeah.
So anyone
Also,
within
anyone in
10,
10
feet.
Anyone
Can't be
within 10
feared.
feet of Gene also can't be frightened.
Oh, bet.
Okay. Is anyone not within 10 feet of Gene?
I mean,
would
me and Dodger did move in
Mhm,
to the
mhm.
dragon. I don't know if we were all still grouped up or not. But yeah,
You were
it's 10
grouped up
feet.
in the soul cage, in the force cage.
Well, the force cage is, well, where it was, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It depends on how far up we had to move to get.
Yes.
Taco gets a 21.
We
Seal
didn't
with a dirty
establish
20.
how far away.
You were all real tight knit and close together. Yeah, I would say that the only thing that
Okay.
you need to worry about is moving away from where y'all are right now because of attack of opportunities. All right, so it pops that. There is a success across the board, looks like. And this is going to enrage it. First, it will
We are
bite.
We are not as scared of you.
First, it will take a bite at Sia with that's a 30 to hit.
Oh, yep, that'll hit.
First, you take 11 piercing damage, then 18 acid. Its tail is going to whip out at Stonks now. With a 29 to hit, 17 bludgeoning damage, which brings us to the Ropers.
Can I add a thing?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon needs to make a dex saving roll because he hit me with my Wrath of Storm.
There you go.
It's
17.
15. Oh, he passes. Okay.
Okay.
And he gets half. Yeah, half on success.
Whew.
Yeah.
Where are my dice? That'll be 6 lightning.
6 lightning.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to bring us to the Ropers. Just going to start chomping. First chomp. 24 to hit Dodger.
No.
Does not hit Dodger. 13 for Gene.
13 does not hit.
Another 24 for Yester.
24 to hit Yester. I will. I'll take the hit.
Okay, 17 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Next one's going to try to grapple. Who did the most damage? 66. Was that Sia? 66 damage? Alright. Swinging to hit you with one of its tendrils.
These are the ropers.
Mm-hmm.
They only have one attack, just reminder.
My
They're
bad.
slow.
That's right, they're slowed. My apologies. That's them. And you can negate, yes sir, that bite.
That hit? Okay.
Which brings us to the top of the round with Sia and Dodger on deck.
I have not had my turn yet.
You didn't go after Jean?
No.
My apologies. Go now.
No. Thank you. Yester is going to take his anti-dragon hammer
Okay.
and is going to charge at this thing and is going to smack it.
Okay.
Roll twice the hit. That is a 21 to hit
21 hits.
and a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Excellent. I'm going to spend 2 4th level spell slots on these smites. The hammer does 4d4 plus modifiers per hit.
Okay.
Because it does an extra bounce of damage for against dragons. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All this plus 20. And the dice are rolling. Seeing a lot of 2s.
Oh no.
Okay. That is 80 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
It's looking rough.
Alright, that's my turn.
See ya. You can see bits of dead crab falling off the sides.
Gonna hit him with another lightning bolt.
Okay. It's not a
4th
dex
level.
save.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's low. Counterspell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah, do I have counterspell? I do not.
Wait, so we can counterspell counterspells?
If you have
We
your
can,
reaction,
yes.
So, not too long ago, in Windfall chat, I was told that we could not counterspell counterspells. So I was like, oh.
yeah. I feel like we've been counterspelling since Kill.
Well, that's what I was confused, but it came from
general,
Offbeat, so I was like, I'm not gonna argue because
What you can't do is what you supposedly can't do is someone casts lightning bolt, you cast counterspell, this counterspell fails. Okay, now I'm going to try and counterspell the lightning bolt. The counterspell fails. And then, like, do it
oh yeah, okay.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I was trying to communicate.
Gotcha.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna throw a wrench.
All right.
Except the wrench, as it gets thrown, is wrapped in magical energy and goes hurling faster than it ever normally would have.
Nice. The wrench right on the nose, right on the flat nose of the face of the dragon. Just crunches inwards. Sia, bonus action. Or no, sorry. So your spell goes off. I make the dex save. I fail the dex save. Now you're doing damage. I rolled a
37
4.
lightning.
Just got a +1. 47 lightning.
37.
37 lightning. Okay. That was Sia. Over to Dodger
All right.
with Jean on deck.
I'll just blast him.
Okay.
30, 20,
Nice.
23, 26 to hit.
26 hits.
That's 73 damage.
Dodger, with it ending in a pile of dead crabs. How do you want to do this?
Just it's gonna fire the 3 bolts, 1 through each eye, 1 through breaking its mockingly beautiful teeth.
Okay.
And the magic is gonna like flare up and then spread through all the crabs throughout its body and kind of like toast them up as they die.
All right, a pile of just dead crabs falls to the side. Just begins falling apart and falling still. Is it your turn?
There are still 2 ropers, aren't there? I will move up within 10 feet of a roper.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I'll just blast it.
Hell yeah. They have
Hell
minus
yeah,
2 to
brother.
the AC. Hell yeah, brother.
That's 2 crits, by the way.
Oh no.
Fuck these ropers.
That's good. We haven't
Finish this
done
whole
any
fight.
damage to these ropers the whole fight.
So that's 5d10 and 10d8. That's 107 damage.
Dead.
How far away is the other one?
5 feet.
I will turn to it and I will action surge.
Get him!
24, 30 to hit.
Those hit.
64 damage.
Okay. Still up.
And that's my turn.
All right, Gene.
I will join him at the roper and make a couple shots. First shot is a 16.
Miss.
Second shot is an 18.
Miss.
Even with the minus 2 to AC?
Thank you. 18 does hit. Has an AC of 20.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Nice. Honestly, yeah, I will smite again. 18. I really should just commit to using a roller, like a digital. Too many D8s.
Yeah, I have gone to the dark side and been using the D&D
Now I have
Beyond.
to. Actual, it's 48 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I am gonna, to close out what started with me getting yoinked by a roper, I'm gonna put the barrel all the way inside and just blow its brains out.
Excellent. With a
Yeah, first shot misses. Or like just, ricochets off the side of the carapace. And so I'm just like, all right, you know what? Ooh.
boom right out the back as a quiet falls. The only
But I
sound.
immediately turned to Yester. Now can we go? Are you satisfied?
I'm gonna pick up a crab from the ground and be like, yes.
Okay, you pick up
I
a
am.
crab from the ground.
Mhm.
Stonks hears something, and I'll get to that in a second because it's crazy high passive perception on Stonks. But as you guys are kind of gathering yourselves from the leftmost hall, naturally formed tunnel of the cave, of the 2 options you haven't gone down, a bunch of little crabs start like a trail of little crabs appear and start just kind of munching on all the dead crabs.
And then I start stomping.
Okay, you start stomping. Taco, you hear the
I put
sound.
one in a jar. Put one in a jar.
You put one
and
in
then
a
start-
jar. I like it.
And then start
Consider
stomping the
him
rest.
You hear goblins. And as you listen closer, make a perception check.
I perceive. 22.
You hear the laugh of a child.
Okay. Noted.
A few other distant noises of what sound like just people living. You can hear crates move, chains, a lot of chain clinking.
Okay.
Sorry, less chain and more steel, not steel rope. What are the cords? You know what I'm talking about? Basically rope, but not chains, and it's made of metal. I forget what they're called. Anyway, cables. Thank you. Steel cables.
Yeah, with like
Sorry, I got
cables.
there. Thank you, Jake. And the murmur of many people as a young goblin wearing leathers and a stick kind of walks out, kind of looking down, minding his own business, and sees the mass of dead crabs and looks up and goes, and that's where we're gonna take
Oh, bye.
a break. We'll be right back, chat. And we are back. Hello.
Hello.
So the goblin kid looks like a shepherd of crab or something like that. He's got a stick. And as he walked in, he was like knocking a few off the walls and they would rejoin the trail. And he looks up and goes, looks like it worked out. Damn, isn't it beautiful? And gestures at the crabs eating the crabs. The dead crabs that was the dragon.
The fuck you talking about?
Hey, it's a kid.
Oh, well, Fixer said that there was one of the monks coming after him, and he, I don't see no monk.
Yeah.
He kind of
who
steps
are you?
forward, grabs one of the dead crabs, pulls out a little torch and starts cooking him a crab right there on the spot.
Oh my god.
If you look, actually, some of those are already done by the magic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah.
He says to Gene.
Gene.
Nice to meet you.
We actually dispatched some of them there monks. One of them got away. We finished him off and left him here, but we followed the lead
Roll deception.
on our way. I can't roll lower than a 10. That is a 20.
All right. He goes. Well done.
Yeah. We saw. Excuse our curiosity, but we never seen no crab. Thingy before, and we followed it into here, and were greeted by. Well, what this formerly was, which was one ugly individual.
Starts getting a panicked look in his face as he realizes he's not talking to people who belong to his secret,
Gang.
yeah,
Gaggle.
whatever tucked away society is being hinted at here.
Hey, don't worry. Look, we're here to help. We're friends. We're fixers.
No.
We're kind of like his bodyguards of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was spooked for a second there. We're
no-
pretty
no
close to the
worries.
surface.
No worries, no problem. When Fixer gets found, you know, he, powerful as they may be, we do need to kind of clean up the external messes. You know, can't be having too many people know exactly what Fixer is after all, right?
You need to talk to
Secrecy's
him?
important. We would love to talk and speak to him, actually. Of course, at your leisure. No pressure.
Well, I still gotta bring the crabs leeward, but
Well, how's about you give us your kind of blessing and we'll walk with you. We can help you out.
all right, yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, cool, come on. And then he there's a bit of time that passes as the feast of crabs is consumed by his flock of crabs before he starts moving, kind of just herding the crabs up and southwards throughout the tunnels that are the labyrinth that is underneath the stone of the cliffs. He tells you a few interesting things. If you go east enough from this general network of tunnels, it gets really dangerous. If you go down enough physically, it gets really dangerous due to water, due to underwater rapids. North, however, you learn that there is a way to connect up into the dwarven ruins that are up there, just north of the Shifting Pales.
Well, some network you got here, kid.
Thanks. I mean, it's not mine, really. It's everything. It's everything's. It's just a hole.
So you live here? You live with people? So we don't really get told much about the organization as a whole. We're pretty external.
Again, other members of the party. Another prime example of Yester's gilded tongue. People innately trust this man. It's uncanny, and it's also part of his build. He is rolling. He's what is it for persuasion? You can't roll under
persuasion
a 20.
and deception. I can't roll less than a 10 on the dice, which results in a 50, which results in 25 for persuasion and 20 for deception.
Okay. And after about 2 hours of careful work, and mostly Yester doing the talking up until this point, you watch as he's totally duped this kid into thinking that these are powerful guards that belonged to Fixer. Surface people that are doing surface people stuff with Fixer, and he doesn't really think past to that. He's like, oh,
We are.
Go ahead.
We are still. We still have our Bluetooth headsets, right?
We do, yes. Our telepathic bond.
What is our end game here?
Honestly, I just started talking to avoid this kid alerting Fixer of anything suspicious, and now we're here. If we want to leave, I can come up with something to get us out of this. But we could also potentially get some more eyes and ears on Fixer.
The party also knows that the black market is somewhere in here.
We could also go snooping for the black market. We could have this kid lead us there, and then lose him somewhere in there and make our way to the surface. Fixer is hopefully none the wiser.
They are on alert for a monk. Y'all came into the mix. Fixer hasn't seen y'all. Doesn't know anything about you.
We just tell him some of Crooked Feather's men came and cleaned up the mess, and I don't think we should raise too many alarms.
Gene's having a moral quandary.
What?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
We're just
nah. Just what is our goal?
we're leaping from the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, we are
True.
We need a goal and B, an exit strategy. That's all that.
That's good comms. It's good comms. Good
Our-
walkie-talkieing.
Our get out of jail free card has been used. Well, mostly. We have maybe 2 potions left. So
I think 4 total.
well, the idea is to get in, figure out what we can, and then get out. Right? Just confirming.
All right, do we want to lead? Do we want to get to Fixer, or do we want to go to the black market? Get ourselves a route, maybe.
I don't think we should interact directly with Fixer at all. If we can
All right.
get, because our goal is not Fixer. Our goal is
True.
the feather.
We do need
He
to
just-
get Fixer, but we do
Fixer
need to...
just knew how to get down here. So now that we're down here, we don't need anything to do with.
Is that what we needed to fix? I'm just thinking back, because I've Offbeat has lost track of why we needed to find Fixer. What
I
was
think
that?
it was just to get to the black market.
Fixer
Yeah,
had connections to the black market.
Okay.
the black market is run by Crooked Feather, the ultimate goal being kill Crooked
Okay.
Feather or handle Crooked Feather in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yester's gonna turn to the kid and be like, "So what exactly do you do down here?"
Well, I'm a shepherd, as you can see. I'm with my people, my family. We're all crab shepherds. It's great. But there's a whole society down here that is mobile.
Mobile society. That's pretty interesting. Do you use them little critters?
No, it's mostly cables and tents.
Okay.
But yeah, we live there too, so we're a part of it.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Is that and where is that? Is that like near the north? I guess.
I mean, he's like, you go through this one tunnel named this, and you go through that tunnel named that, and gives you you're gonna pass Arby's.
Yes.
If you
Take a left at the Arby's,
and if you get to the surface, you've gone too far. Or if you find water, you've gone too far.
Does that sound like the Does that sound like the black market, perhaps? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Crooked Feather's always mentioning this market.
Ooh. You guys know Crooked Feather?
Vaguely, Fixer does stuff with Crooked Feather, wears bodyguards, we get orders from here and there. What about it, kid?
No, I'm sorry. I just didn't realize you guys were so important.
Well, Fixer's important, right?
Yeah.
So, naturally, bodyguards be important. Funny thing is, with this whole deal with Fixer, he doesn't even know we protect him. It's clever, because see, the thing is, kids, you know magic, right?
So you work for Crooked Feather directly?
Sort of. It's very run around. You know how he is. He's got we have handlers. The handlers speak to us. Then when the handlers give us information, we do the jobs. We keep watch on
You
Fix.
shouldn't say stuff like that so clearly and loudly. And you get the sense that he is genuinely terrified of Crooked Feather.
Hey, kid, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry.
Well, he could be anywhere.
He could be me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shut up. Shut up, skeleton man, who we will call Stinks for now.
Oof.
Yeah. It's okay, kid. Listen.
He knocks a crab off the ceiling.
I'm just trying to tell you that Fixer doesn't know that we look out for him, all right? And it's better that stays that way. Because it will change his behavior, People know they have protection. They do things that they shouldn't.
Make another deception check. It doesn't really matter.
24.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I guess in forms of like being captured. And as he walks and talks, you can see he's younger. He's probably like 11, and he's just trying to adopt this new line of thinking for the first time. Eventually, he kind of tapers off from what he's saying. He goes, "Oh, it's like if he was if he was captured, he wouldn't know."
Exactly, and he wouldn't give anybody up, and he would just have himself.
Man, Crooked Feather is so smart. He's scary, man. He keeps walking.
Clever. He's a clever man. So, anyway, whenever this happens, we have a job to do. We have to go and find the market. To go and do that. This hasn't happened before, so we're trying to get to the market now.
That's where we'll be when I'm done with my.
But you're all right. Well, we'll keep helping you out then, kid.
Okay. Party gets a short rest.
Nice.
Nice.
You find a couple of strange places that really the crabs find them, and the goblin everyone has to depend on to kind of know the way back. But you don't detect any traitorous intent. Thank you. You don't detect any traitorous intent or anything like that from this goblin. Level up for surviving this fight.
Hey.
I also have an aura of courage now.
I told the party if they survived this fight, they'd get a level up. I'm glad someone reminded me. I was considering taking it off the table for a second there because you guys were gonna just run away from the fight. I'm like, oh, do I give him a level up for that?
Well, like, that doesn't really count, guys.
I mean, the verbiage you said was survive.
I know. That was the conclusion I came to as well, and I was like, yeah, I said survive. Anyway. Does anyone have any strange cinematic moments for leveling up?
I feel like after Gester's conviction just grows, feeling like, hey, people fucked with my family, and I recognize them. Where did I recognize this person who fucked with my family? I think that conviction just like.
Okay, make a history check at advantage.
Please, I need to know. I need to know. Okay, that's a 19.
You recognize the face from the castle while fighting Lord Rammus's invaders. The invaders who came for Lord Rammus.
That was Crooked Feather, right?
No. That was
Did we not know?
Lucky Bitch Bishop.
Oh.
So where would all of those forces have scattered once Lucky Bitch Bishop was no more?
That would go probably to Shiny Connor, Papa Thompson.
Potentially.
And Crooked Feather.
And anybody else?
Dodger's book starts to feel warm. So he picks it up and opens it. And as he does, a new page just kind of magically is there. And at the top of it, in a very fancy scroll, it just says, to protect. And it's just a bunch of blank lines.
Interesting. Okay.
And he'll write his name on the first line. I don't know exactly what this is, but I got a feeling everyone should write their name on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a great idea.
The two bounty hunters both tilt their heads slightly to the side. Share a glance.
What kind of feeling do you have?
Like that it'll be good if we do. We might regret it if we don't. I don't know. I'm new to magic.
I really wish you had a better idea of what, but fine, whatever.
Stonks could make an Arcana check for better
I
clarification.
could.
See, I feel justified in my hesitancy of my various NPCs now over the years. Sign this book. It's fine.
I explain exactly what it is to all the NPCs.
I know.
Like, on one hand, it's completely harmless. On the other side, we've seen it make someone eat dirt. So
It was so
Just by looking at it.
yummy.
Just don't read it. Just like look at it and be like, and just exclusively look at the line that says your name here.
Writes name, looks at cover. Wait, this is a death note.
Stonks, did you say you do as well?
Yeah, without hesitation.
See ya?
it does.
Okay.
And I refuse to elaborate.
Okay.
Did you do an Arcana check though?
Do you want me to?
No, if you did, I will tell you and only you what it does. If you're not gonna like elaborate.
I'm curious. I'll roll one. 14-ish.
What would he be rolling against?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say a 10.
I'm sure it was like my spell DC or something.
Well, no, he's doing an Arcana check of something he is not intimately familiar with, but familiar with to a certain degree because he's been traveling with you for so long. New development, making an educated guess. I'll say he succeeds with a 14.
An educated schmess.
No more hot messes. Educated messes. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna narrate us along while we go.
I'm ready.
Okay, Cammy is the name of this little goblin. Cammy eventually weaves you guys down and back up northward, and then somewhat past where you guys were, and then westward for a bit. I will allow everyone to make a survival check to keep track of where they are in these tunnels. Unless you have a feat or something like that, that would just allow you to have that information already.
Well,
11.
9.
Taco and Jake, let's get survival checks.
I apologize. I was typing the thing to
may
Taco, so it didn't.
Jake may or may not have been telling me secrets.
Totally fine.
What am I rolling? Survival, you said?
The total of 8.
Goodness gracious.
I know it's on here. Where? We're in the aura, right? Of paladins? Or does that not count for this?
It's for a
Yeah, I
survival
think
check?
it's for saves, not checks.
Oh, saves. Okay. 16.
16. Okay.
Right.
Dodger, you believe you could guide the party to the surface towards where you came from. Maybe a little more difficultly just generally out, but you could confidently bring us all the way back to where you guys came in. You will have to roll another survival check if you want to try to essentially strike out in a direction with a goal in mind for something else, for another destination. Okay. Descending downwards, you start to hear the distant rumble of water as you open up to a large cavernous area. Roughly a tennis court in length and width, but maybe 40 feet high. And everywhere nailed into the walls, or in some cases glued, it's very roughshod, are hundreds and hundreds of these metal cables and tents drawn haphazardly all throughout. The bottom floor, if one could be called that, looks to be a market, but it also is suspended. And under all of this small civilization that is called the Rafters is just a thin line of crabs. a thin covering of just constantly moving crabs. You can't really see any of the floor. As the party gets a little closer to the Rafters, someone from in the darkness of one of the directions that you're coming in from yells out in Goblin, and Cammy yells back in Goblin and continues walking forward. As you guys get into the Rafters, you watch as he just kind of calmly climbs his way and kind of turns to you guys and like gestures a little bit to show off his home. He just starts navigating his way into the Rafters. And you can see there's a couple of roads, quote unquote, that are just primarily open tunnels and passageways throughout this 4-level tight packed village made up of all sorts of people. You can determine that there is, by one corner, a tavern of a kind.
So we've made it. This is the place.
This is the Rafters. The black market is the bottom floor. And then under that bottom floor, which is suspended, is crabs.
Crab people.
Crab people. So this is it then, kid?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you've been a great big help. Unfortunately, can't really tell us we were here. Best to keep no, Crooked Feather won't know how good of a help you were today, but we'll be sure to pass on a good word when hopefully we get back to him.
I'd be okay with not being brought up at all. I like to keep my head down.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
tend to my crabs.
sounds like a good plan then. I hope you and your crabs have a mighty fine day. Come on, crew. Let's go to the market.
Okay. You guys move down.
Wait, I thought it
into
was a
the lower
tavern.
floor. The lower floor as a whole is a market, and then there is a tavern in one corner of it, essentially. Lots of people bustling back and forth. There is heavier things such like barrels and crates, and you're not sure how this mobile setup would accommodate for that. But you do see a lot of products moving back and forth. Dodger, you even see up by one kiosk a crate of your bullets. There are hundreds of people just moving in and out, of goblins all over the place tending to their crabs on the floor. There also seems to be the presence of a cult of some kind here. You can see a few individuals passing around, quietly moving past people in these dark robes. And the robes are armored with a faceplate and breastplate, with gauntlets as well, just billowing over that. In one place, it's even the hood is even attached to form like this flat line. It looks pretty dope. Hang on, I'll send a picture. But you do see a few members of these individuals walking about as well, just kind of keeping their head down, and they're given seemingly a pretty wide berth, as much as you can given the circumstances. Chat, I will put a picture in the Discord if my Discord wants to function. That'd be cool. There we go.
That's just a picture of a mouth.
There we go. Wow, there's a cult in the underground city. Who'd have thought? I know, right?
A concept.
The party begins moving through this area, just kind of getting the feel of the city above you. Not the city, this village above you. Very loud. And then every now and then one of them goes, and then there's a brief wave of people going through, and then everything goes dead quiet. And then after about a minute or so, the soft murmurs return and it starts getting noisy again. What do you guys do?
I've been conscious for but a moment.
This black market we wanted to find here because it had connection to Crooked Feather.
You know that this place is run by Crooked Feather.
And we are
Okay.
here now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a job well done. Let's leave.
I mean, we should
It is a mobile
observe for
it is
a while.
It is a mobile setup, so just because you found it doesn't mean you'll be able to know exactly where it is next time. At current rate, at least.
I mean, like, does it have structures on these levels, like yurts or like?
Mostly just ramshackle tents.
Look at how this place is moved. I'm just trying to like visualize in
I
general.
assume they could just break it down and then build it back up.
Yeah, I guess is that what I'm asking? Is it like something that they would break down and rebuild as it happened? Okay.
That is the case.
Like a caravan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It would need fairly sizable caverns, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, would
If you
really
needed this
make-
particular setup, yes.
Does it look
Well,
like there's
someone's
lots
got-
of business going on in the markets?
Oh yeah, you
Well,
see
it-
people trading,
it's all of
bartering, mostly dealing in magic items and spell components, various guns that are mostly secondhand. A new development is slips of ownership for horses, which is kind of going to be eventually replaced by having a driver's license that the Baron is trying to instill. The party also hears a couple of rumors, information that is just on the lips of people down here, knowing that they're free to speak as they wish. There are some murmurings, fearful murmurings that the Baron has discovered this new kind of magic, and it's gonna kill us all, and it has something to do with taxes. It's a magic tax
Oh,
of some kind.
I misunderstood.
They don't know anything of specifics. It's just become very diluted through the rumor mill. Diluted through the rumor mill.
How
Are
do
there
the robe boyos interact with the markets? Are they ignoring it? They like watching it?
They seem to be only interested in the magic items that they peruse through. That's for the most part. Some of them do seem to be standing around and just kind of keeping watch on things. But the primary force is essentially thugs from the surface that belong to Crooked Feather's gang in some way, shape, or form. And they come in all shapes and sizes.
I'm gonna picture this like the setup of this place. Like how do we move about if it's like strung up tents?
You're climbing through kind of like Chuck E. Cheese. You're climbing through those holes.
That's pretty sick.
Of the multiple cords of steel. Yeah. It's very clambery.
Do we hear any whispers of like words of power or anything down here?
It's a great question. Make a perception check.
18.
18. You kind of squeeze past two of these cultists, and one of them pauses and then continues his conversation, and you hear just the tail end of it, which was fucking bards colleges, their unending search for words of power. It'd be the death of us all. Well, some say, says the other one, that Lord Ramus is playing both sides of the same coin, you know. I don't believe it. And then it cuts. As you guys are moving go ahead.
Go for it. I was just gonna lightly suggest we go hang out at the tavern for a bit.
Yeah.
Let's go to the tavern and keep our appearances discreet.
Okay, how do you go about doing that?
I'm gonna take out my disguise kit.
Can you also maybe do me? I have a feeling. Probably Sia too. We might get recognized going in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened already. So,
Are you guys famous?
to people like this, yes.
In a way, yes.
What check should I roll for my disguise kit?
It's a kit check. How do the kits work again?
It's a toolkit, so I'm proficient in it, so I add my proficiency to a check.
Okay.
I can do like a deception check or a sleight of hand check or something.
I'll allow deception or sleight of hand.
Okay. I'll do deception. That is a 21 on myself. That is a 28 on Jean. And for Sia, you get a crispy 17. I'm used to disguising dude beards. There's no beard to work in here. Grow a beard, Sia.
How are we gonna disguise the well-dressed skeleton?
Stonks. Do you mind if I tather you up a bit?
You do what?
Tather you up a bit, like tear your coat.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my disguise kit to make him look like an undead that I animated.
Okay.
So I'm an Oathbreaker, which I can do.
Okay. And Dodger?
I use disguise self.
Okay.
No grandma this time.
Okay.
Oh,
We were
we'll
all
just
waiting
look
for it.
I was so ready for grandma.
Everybody just double takes as like a 90-year-old woman walks down the street, and it's like, huh?
Yeah, that might draw too much attention.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need her wisdom right now.
Wander.
It's a 27 on the disguise for stonks.
Jesus.
All right. No monocle for you,
No.
dirty skeleton.
Mhm. There, now you look nasty. Excellent.
I'm just a dirty boy.
Dodger will pull out appropriate clothing that kind of looks like, what Yester's put together to fit in the group.
Okay.
I've disguised myself to look like we've seen the guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of disguised myself to make myself look like one of them, the appropriate level of roughness
Okay.
and gruffness. I'm doing that to Jean, Sia, and myself.
Just kind of street toughs.
Yeah, just street toughs, just
Very
ragamuffins
vest.
and thugs. General biker gang vests.
Oh. I was thinking like bowler hats.
I don't know. Oh, I
Maybe
know.
some
Are we
cowboy
gonna-
hats.
Yeehaw! Okay, we'll go cowboy hats. I thought you said vests, and I immediately went to leather jacket. I know those are not the same, but that's what I was feeling.
We all walking down the street.
Be careful there. We might just enter into song and dance. The rickety structure will not handle the tap.
The rafters is a tap dancer's worst nightmare. All right. As you guys move into the tavern, doesn't seem to have a name. There's a strong presence of kenkus. The bartender.
It's not gonna be good.
The bartender is a drow elf. Yeah.
How
And
sharp's his teeth?
they're pretty sharp.
Are they?
And he's doing his best to bartend with no bar. Which is a lot of reaching up into various crates and just bringing a drink out. He might squat down and put like a God, what are they called? A little tray down to like mix if need be, and generally bustles about. Yester, what was your disguise kit on yourself?
Mine was a 21.
A 21.
11 plus 10.
As you guys walk in, the drow does a double take at Yester, squints, and then discards the thought and continues to mosey about serving these kenku.
Is it like just kenku in the tavern?
No, it's a mix, but it's like 50-60% kenku. They also, from the vibe you're getting of the room, they're not members of the people who live here. They seem to be passing through.
Is there? I mean, I imagine it's kind of like standing room, huh? It's not really like tables and.
There,
booths
it's hanging things to sit on, like a swing or a hammock or just a raggedy tarp. Yeah.
Yester's gonna lounge in a hammock.
Okay.
Yes. Is there an empty corner of the room where we might hang?
Where you might hang
Figuratively.
so we
and
can
literally.
lackadaisically hang our arms off and snap to non-existent music. The rhythm of the city, you wouldn't get it.
You pull yourself up and along as the drow comes over and goes, "Hello, how are you? What can I get you?" Big smile.
Howdy. We are here looking for something. Came a long way. We're looking for something kind of strong, if that makes sense.
I've got rum.
That's excellent. Get us some of that.
All right.
I'm gonna watch him and be like,
You
What
watch
does he-
as
does he-
weaves. He does do another second look at you over his shoulder for a second, and then just shake his head, and he comes back with 2 bottles of rum for the party as a whole.
As he looks back at me, he'll see me watching him. So I'm just gonna give him like a...
He gathers up the 2 rum bottles and walks back over. Sorry, you look so much. You don't, but for a second I thought you looked like someone I knew. My apologies.
Oh, really? Who do you know?
That'll be 2 gold for the rum.
2 gold? Well, I don't know, robbery out here. I'll pay him his 2 gold.
Okay, it is a steep price.
Yeah. I guess the cost of bringing it this far on the ground. So who exactly do I look like?
He was someone who passed. Someone I ran into. His name was Augustus.
Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop.
That's the name of my fucking dad.
Your dad's like,
But apologies
Augustus
on closer inspection.
Weird thing for you income boots.
Augustus, huh? Got a look-alike running around.
Oh. At least it's hopefully not a doppelganger.
Well, hopefully. I'll definitely have to
Or
look
a
into that.
fucking changeling. Sorry.
Calm down there.
Apologies.
I need to show
How
you
is a
hand.
changeling worse than a doppelganger?
It's pretty sure doppelgangers
He looks
hate
at you.
people.
They're usually a lot smarter.
That's kind of weird.
Nicer from my experience, too. Doppelgangers kill you. Changelings, well, they'll just sleep with your wife. Is that what happened to you?
he takes a moment and then it's pretty good actually. So you guys looking to buy some drugs?
Oh, sure. What you selling?
Oh, we've got all the usual.
Look, you may not notice this by looking at us. We're some of Crooked Feather's surface crew. We've been come to check things out down here.
Right. He's gonna roll insight on you.
I will roll deception.
Yep.
That is a cheeky 25.
It's a 23 on the insight check. Well, as you know, we cook all sorts of fun things down here and send it to all corners.
Yeah. Well, not much since Little Purple's been, you know what happened to him, right?
Regale me. I have not heard what happened to... I don't keep too close tabs on what goes on up in the capital.
Well, his shop got raided by some good-for-nothings, venturing types. He then fled, lost a lot of his supply, and then he's dead. Sawmill blew up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He hands you 16 gold for the information.
Oh, much appreciated. So what exactly are we cooking nowadays now that one of our supposedly bigger distributors is out of commission?
Bigger distributors. Local distributor, you might say.
Hey, I'm going off what Little Purple like to call himself.
We've still got plenty of reach with the Huffers. We've got plenty of reach with the other gangs. There is no dip for the loss of a very annoying individual.
Oh, greed. Stinky bastard.
At least
That
he
wasn't
died
very
well.
Blew up, I heard. Up in flames.
There was a rumble the other day.
Mm.
Wonder if that was it. Anyway, I can interest you in some huff. I can interest you in a strange mushroom that I acquired in my travels when I met Augustus, actually. I also have a few health potions with a little kick to them.
What kind of kick? He wouldn't be using his normal accent.
That's fair.
He's in disguise. What kind of kick?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
What kind of kick?
I am normal man. Hello.
I was gonna like do Southern, and then I changed my mind like during the execution. I was like, nah, just a deep person, I guess.
Okay.
Normal
Greetings,
man
Sender.
is perfect.
I am Dodger Normalman. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello. I'm sure you've met my siblings. Hugh, man.
So for until the next time you take a nap, it seems, you get some benefits as well. You do go deaf though. There is that. Just a heads up. There's a chance you'll go deaf. But a euphoric sense follows, along with an extradited amount of speed. It also gives the temp HP over whatever you roll for the healing. You also get an additional temp HP on top of the same number. And your movement speed is doubled.
How much is that gonna run us? We're running quite a racket. If we get, I don't know. I guess we'll take some of the huff. That strange mushroom sounded appealing.
All right.
And a round of those potions for the table. How much is that?
That's going to come out to about 170 gold.
Okay, so how much is that going to actually cost us? And considering you don't not taking my leg as well.
First timers. I'll bump it down to 120.
All right, I got 30. Anyone else gonna pitch in?
I put 2 silver on the table.
Mr. Skeleton, I am damn well sure you are aware that I have hidden my piggy bank in your left rib.
You hide your money on your zombie?
It's a good place to keep it. Everyone searches me when I get knocked down. He pretends to play dead. He picks me up after. He keeps the money.
That's not bad.
If Stonks had an eye, it would have twitched when he got called a zombie.
Well, here goes my life savings, and I push over my 25 gold.
Aw, shucks.
So we have 25,
How many more do we need?
30. We need 45.
I reach into yesterday's piggy bank, not piggy bank my money, and pull out 39 gold.
And how many did we need? Sorry?
45.
45? All right.
He hands over the rest.
Okay. He scoops it up and goes, I'll be right back. And you watch as he goes and hands out a few more drinks. Some time passes. Eventually you see him lean over to one of the Kenkus and whisper something. Kenku looks at you guys, looks back, hops down, scuttles away. A couple of other Kenku go with him.
Somebody with good people reading skills, insight check that interaction, please.
Sure.
Okay.
I think I'm proficient.
We about to get attacked. We're just gonna get.
We're about to get attacked and have to use climbing rules. I don't want to do that.
Gene, you have got.
Unless...
Okay.
No, I got nothing. That's it.
15. On my
15?
insight.
Okay. Kenku did not look alarmed at all, and there is no tension in the bartender's shoulders. You don't really have a good read on the bartender, but the Kenku seemed relaxed.
Probably just going after the product.
I see. Well, let's hope that's the case. Really do.
I guess Gene will try and listen to any of the conversations from the non-Kenku.
Okay.
He's not gonna like walk around and hover, but maybe
Sure,
a little
sure.
angle,
you learn the cult is feared. There is a bit of a bidding war starting to break out over a specific magic item. And it's racking up in price. We're already at like 3,000 gold. Also, you find that everybody in here wants diamonds. Diamonds are hard to come by right now.
If I cast Comprehend Languages, will I be able to understand the Kenku?
The Kenku are able to be understood. They speak in an odd manner, but you're able to communicate with them.
Okay, so it's just common, but just this
It's
Yeah, okay.
it's Bumblebee from.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes sound effects as well.
I wasn't sure if they also had their own
Yeah, I
language.
assumed they did, which is why I specified.
It's a good thought. But no, it seems to be in common.
I mean, I'll cast it.
Jarring.
I'll cast it anyway,
Okay.
just in case there are other, secret conversations going on that I can become privy to.
Okay, you become privy to some secret conversations. You're on the bottom floor, and you start understanding the chitness, chitinous conversation of two crab swarms that are hidden amongst all of the just normal crabs. And they're exchanging information just like that, but it is a language we have not heard from. Name of sounds here.
Trogdor.
Trogdor. Insert names here. Is concerned and has sent. Insert name here. This one's slightly more cascadey. Fourth, will remove all evidence. We believe to be safe for now, though we shall send scouts and contact our spies for any information that might be passing through about the rafters.
Just to make sure that I got all that. So they haven't heard from Trogdor. They sent one to clean up the mess.
Someone sent someone to clean up the mess. I will say, because you already know the name in common, Fixer sent someone to go clean up the mess. You then watch as the bartender pulls out a few grapes and starts tossing them into the crabs, watching them plink 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 down the rafters, just into the crabs, and he's just feeding crabs. Eventually, a Kenku comes back, different Kenku, and looks about a bit, just kind of stands and kind of rejoins his friends at the bar, and then eventually a backpack is brought to him, and he takes it and just kind of leaves it by where he's sitting in his little hammock. Eventually he makes eye contact with the bartender, and he gets up and he leaves. And the bartender comes over and takes the backpack and returns to his little corner of setup and starts looking through stuff. Then waits a little longer until we hit about the hour point, and he comes back and he starts handing all the drugs over to the party. He goes on about the mushrooms. I was in the woods south of the High Emerald, that lush forest that bathes in the green light, when I met Augustus. He introduced me to these mushrooms, and they saved my life.
Really?
Indeed. Have you heard the song about the wood?
No, but do not me though.
Oh. Give me a second. Bop, bop. I wrote this over the summer. The Greenway. in the trade stop known as the Greenway, there is a song. Local wives' tale of a man who promised the father of his betrothed a piece of the Emerald High, but he never returned. The maiden donned her mother's rusty plate mail, dull sword, and broken shield, and set off, stuffing her ears with waxy cotton so that she may not be charmed. When she returned with the bones of her beloved, her armor, sword, and shield shone and reflected green light. She sold the armor so she could revive her fiancé. She sold her shield to heal her deafened and bleeding ears, but she hung her sword over the hearth of the inn. She and her husband then opened the Green Song.
Well, that was pretty.
He nods and bustles away.
What do we make of that?
Well, I caught a detail about a charm and bleeding ears, so that's all I got. I focused on that.
You got the important bits.
I don't know what it has to do with the mushroom. Anybody pick that up?
Is there a put 2 and 2 together check?
So, comprehend languages says you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language. So would that like help me understand the literal meaning of what the poem?
I would say no. The literal meaning, no, I'm just gonna say no. It's also the important bits is that it is good to be deafened while in this forest for some reason. If you want more information as to why, Yester, you can pay for that information to the bartender.
I'm broke. He took all my money for the drugs.
And he's an information broker as well. So he prides himself on the little bits of information to tantalize and then charge for. It's an honest living.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
We've got about 5 minutes left tonight. What do we want to accomplish?
I mean, are you guys getting high?
I just wanted it as evidence.
You're such a narc.
Gene is the
Le-
narc. Uncomfortable with this entire situation.
We are in hostile territory. The last thing I wanted to do was get
high.
Get high, or yeah.
Freaking blitzed.
Yeah.
2 seconds in, and then Dodger comes out. You know.
5
I
seconds
see.
in, and suddenly you're an Aryan.
Yes. I say-
Yester turns into Nova. It all gets very confusing
Like,
very
wait a
fast.
second, wait.
I say we leave. God,
Yeah, I don't
God.
really know what else we could figure out here without giving away.
Without giving away
we
too
are.
much. Let's
Yeah.
let's stay here for a bit. Chat it up. I'll start packing away the drugs. Like we're gonna take them somewhere else, somewhere prettier, and we'll try them. So let's have a fake conversation about how good it's gonna be to take our shit on the bridge. Remember the bridge, everybody?
We're gonna go up to the bridge, do some drugs, bro.
All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yester will start the false conversation.
I
About
initiate
how-
the lie.
I initiate the lie about how they're gonna take the drugs on the bridge, and he's going to weave in some fake stories about how last time, pointing at Gene, that that Bean Greg out here nearly lost his shit, flipped on his belly. We had to resuscitate him using the skeleton. And then Ocean Thunderfire out here was busy rambling and raving about their lost spouse in the war, and we haven't even had a war recently.
Not the war.
And then the skeleton did keep on trying to peel our flesh off, saying that we must hatch. I think that one doesn't require too much of a lie.
That one's
I would
canon.
like to use persuasion on that check if required.
You guys make concerted efforts and weave this beautiful, beautiful story. No one's paying attention to you. When you guys go to leave, the bartender listens in for a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and roll. And then he kind of bemusedly nods.
Performance or persuasion?
Performance.
Okay. Hey-ya! That would be a delightful 22.
Okay. I rolled a 7 on my insight check. He's got bonuses. I'm rolling like garbage. He nods to you guys and goes, well, good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Don't
Good luck
fall
running
off
this.
the bridge now.
We'll try. It'll be easier than this damn place.
It keeps you in good shape.
Sure thing. I bet your fingers look like extra hands.
Superior calluses. Just like over long years. Yeah, because you're right. It would just make your hands brutally tough.
Your hands are more similar to the claws than mine, okay? You can see why the crabs are here. And we will climb our way out.
All right. Dodger, are you trying to backtrack the whole way?
Yeah, that's the only way we know how, right?
Okay, well, so you can make a check to go off in a direction, or you could take this long route back. You won't have to roll for it.
We could just go off in a direction, around a corner, and then cast a teleport.
Do we have
that? Works too.
Then we wouldn't have to go back over the scene of the crime.
But yeah, I'm not going to take us back over. Not that I know that they're sending people to clean up and everything.
That's true. That's true. Do we have the spell slots for a teleport?
Yeah.
All right. The party finds a dark little hole and teleports to where? Taco, where are you taking us? Back
Where
to
did
your
we want to
house?
go? Are we just leaving? Are we going home?
Yeah,
We're
just
going
bailing.
home. We got what we needed.
I take out my house key. I teleport home
All right.
with an object from there.
And that's where we will end the night. Chat, thank you for being here. Tune in on Saturdays for Void Scourge in Space, Tuesdays for Terraform, and of course, come back for Windfall. This has been fun. I've had the rafters. I've been wanting to talk about the rafters for a hot minute, and I'm glad we finally got to get to it. My little goblin shepherds. It's fun. Let's see. Anyone get bingo? Let me know. Chat, we have 3 weekly streams, as I just mentioned. You can find the fully edited episodes on the YouTube Jake and Feffers if you want to get caught up. This being October, we'll have been doing this for 4 years straight. Which is bonkers. Yeah. And hit up the Discord, of course, to join our community. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome. I'll be setting up this raid, but first let me hear from the gang, starting with CritFailJake.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Dodger, the human fighter warlock, who did not die and can now do magic that he may or may not have been able to do all along, but like whatever, mental blocks and stuff. Portals are fun, and there will be more in the future. Offbeat.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under those exact same names. Yester lied his pants off this episode and did a pretty good job. He got to lie to everybody. He lied to a child. He made sure the child won't tell anybody, and then he lied to the drow, who might tell people. But hopefully we were inconspicuous enough that it didn't matter too badly. Or if it did, it's on his ass to fucking die. Because I'll be like, what do you mean guards from the surface came here and you just sold them our drugs? You just gave it to them? Kill this guy. This guy's an idiot. And then they don't get the information. Hopefully. That's the dream. That's me. Stonks.
I am Stonks, who is played by Taco. I'm in too deep. That's all I got. Jared.
Well, we cleaned up that fight pretty well, you know? I mean, I was mostly confident we'd be fine, but, you know, the Stonks clutch went pretty well. Jean's eyes turned to saucers when we suddenly started buying illicit substances.
Just the one dude in the group that was not chill.
Just like chill.
Hands in pockets aggressively.
I have done drugs before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are my favorite thing to do.
You want to know how high I've been? So high. Oh, man.
There's that one time? Man, that was crazy. I was so high.
I could go on and on about stories of all the times I've been high.
Yeah.
You do the wildest things when high.
One time I forgot my own name. Wow. So
Wowzers.
So wild. Anyway, yeah, I don't really anything else. Luna.
Hi, I'm LunaWolfSpirit. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. And CS, glad that no one died. That was great. Glad she didn't die. It's good. Did help purchase the drugs. Not really sure that was the greatest idea, but could see the strategy behind it.
It's a cash-based operation.
Yeah, I understand why. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where she's at.
Awesome. I think that's everybody.
Jean was like, "Oh no, drugs." And Z was like, "Did I just buy drugs?"
She did. She just like, this is probably not the best way of going about this, but I can see this. I can see his strategy behind it. Will not be partaking. Would not advise the rest of the party to partake.
Everyone bamboozled.
All right,
Dodger
gang.
looked into his purse and saw 25 gold and mistook the platinum for silver. And was like, "Man, I only have 25 gold."
Everyone pile into this rave. We're going to kick it with Metro Mike and have a fantastic rest of your evening, my friends. Bye-bye. Everyone say bye for me.
No.
Oh.